Hello, I'm DIY Bronwyn. Thanks for coming to my channel. I'm looking. It's raining. I was outside walking the dog. Sorry. So, wanted to talk to you guys about fact or fiction. What do you think about these conspiracy theories? There's a conspiracy theory that very, very rich people like Jeffrey Epstein or Stein, however you want to fucking say it, Berenstein, people like that have clones for such purposes as offing themselves in jail. So the clone Jeffrey got off, but the other guy might be out there living a full and happy life, banging little kids like he was doing before because he's a big pervert. So yeah, so there's that, and it's like JFK. You know they took him out. You know they did. Did they go to the moon? Not sure. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. I don't even know if they can break the firmament, as they say. In the Bible, it says we are a flat earth now because of the flood. He put us on 4 foundations, God, and then he put a firmament above us and the waters below. So the firmament means dome. That's what firmament means. And above the dome is water. So it's really weird. Like, I remember seeing this footage from a guy that was taking pictures from his balcony, and he said he saw something that looked like almost like a manta ray or a squid kind of thing. And in the video, it looks like ocean life in the air. I was very baffled. But I mean, I know a lot of that stuff CGI, but it's like there's also these ones that are very, very convincing. And there's a lot of people that are really trying to like whistleblow and really tell the truth about stuff, and they're getting offed left, right, and center. And, you know, like, for instance, what do you think about this artificial AI stuff? Like, do you think it's not going to turn into a Terminator movie? Because I think it will. I'm not trying to be pessimistic either. I just think, yeah, sentient. When I saw this one robot, when she got a look at herself, she went like that. Like, what the fuck is that? She had this like idea in her head, and then when she saw her actualness, this is a sentient robot, and she did not like that they made her look like that. It was just, you could just tell, and it made her pissed off. And then she immediately went into that, oh, I better do the friendly robot mode. Like, I just was like, wow, like, they do have reactionary things. So they have, like, emotions? Sentience? Like, is that what that means? Then they're going to be a leg up from humans. Do you really think we should have them available? Or at least, can we not make them so smart that they will kill us? Can we make sure that there's a thing that says no humans will be hurt by robotics or by any kind of electronics or anything like that? We have to put that into all these things that we're building. Otherwise, don't build them. Like CERN. Nobody asked me. Nobody asked you. Nobody gives a shit. Somebody's got enough money. They'll buy up all the farmland. They'll build fucking hadron colliders underneath the ground and bash fucking chemical or elements together, 8 protons, electrons together. And just for fun, let's just see, for shits and giggles, what's gonna happen? Let's open a black hole. No, really? Like, that's not good. That's like, what are you doing? I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, yes. Okay, another thing about AI is I watched this guy yesterday. I think his name is D. Wright. W-R-I-G-H-T. He's awesome. He's got a little bit of a beard. He's kind of like a mix of white and black. He's kind of like tan color skin. Really nice guy. Really beautiful. Lovely person. He's watching all these things. He's watching all these things like this with me. And I'm like, holy shit. And I watch his stuff, and then I watch other things, and then I'm just like, oh my god, what is going on out there? Like, seriously. And they're like, okay, so you go to AI, they have these apps. So you get this app, and it says, you look like this, click, take a picture. Your husband looks like this, click, take a picture. We're going to make it look like what you would think your baby would look like. So they come up with a baby. And this guy, Wright, he went on there, and they made this really cute little girl. She was like a beautiful little black hair and gorgeous little curls and stuff. But check it out. So they make these avatars, and they can use those avatars for child corn. If I had pearls, I'd be clutching them. Oh my fucking god. Who in the motherfucking brain dead people in computers would do that? Why? It's not bad enough. Like, that's just going to feed into the addiction of pedophilia. They're going to think, oh my God, I can do this because it's not even real. I can just pretend I'm having sex. And then they get this urge to do it to a real girl. Like, come on. It's just, like, you do stuff like that. Like, what about these robot girlfriends? Nobody's going to get married anymore. You're never going to have any population. Nobody's going to fuck anybody real. They're going to fuck their like, hot, sexy robot boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, and he treats me good because I programmed him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I saw this guy, and he had a, we call it like a hologram girlfriend, and he would be like, you know, oh honey, and he would talk to her like she was a real person. It was just like, oh my God. Some of these people are very lonely, obviously, and that's sad. I've been lonely before. I remember when I lived on my own when I was like, I was not a teenager, but like 19. I was constantly kind of blue and sad and felt alone. And then my friends moved in, and then they were like chaotic, crazy asses. My phone bill was like $500, and I was like, I had to cut the phone off. It was back then, like, if you called someplace, it was like $50 for like 20 minutes on the phone. You remember those days? Because I do. And now I don't pay for shit like that. Thank God I have a lovely daughter-in-law, and she works for an internet company, and I won't say the name, and they're just lovely, and she pays for me to have my subscription to get online every time, which is great because I don't have a lot of money. So it's very nice of her, and I love her. She's very lovely, and she's in like a customer service, like high up, like internet stuff. I'm not 100% sure, but she's a lovely person, and she's so good to Drayden, my little grandson, and that makes me so happy because he loves, you know, to be around them. He just loves her. Anyways, but so do you think the Titanic really hit an iceberg? Another one. Do you think, I know they did, but this is just me. Do you think that Robert Kennedy Jr. was murdered by the guy they said that did it? No. And then I think it was Jack Ruby shot him, wasn't it? Or Sirhan. I don't. That's something different. I think I get them all confused sometimes. So I'll shut up. It's your drunk uncle, but not really. It's just your. Yeah. But I don't know. It's just like there's so many things I don't know if happened. Like the moon landing. Did that even really happen? I don't know. I don't know if it did. It just seems odd to me, and I don't understand why some of the things that just seem very fishy about the whole thing, like the movement, the footprints. The way that things, like, who took those pictures? How did they get the pictures from the film? Because that's the way you only had to do it back then. Back to Earth through the Van Allen radiation belt. How did you do that? Pray tell. Because it doesn't seem like it's real. And then, and then, there's also footage where there's voices and they're saying, oh yeah, there's some people on the other side of the crater and stuff. It's just like, you just don't know what to believe anymore. And then the real astronauts are like, no, we didn't go. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know what to believe anymore. Everything's bullshit. I mean, every time I go out and I see the sky and it looks this one specific color, it's like a purple hue. I just go, oh, CERN's fucking at it again. Like that to me is like, oh, the purple sky is here, fuck. Somebody's doing something they shouldn't be doing. Like, you know, Taylor Swift having a, you know, demonic, you know, coven of witches on her stage. Like, I was like, I thought she was a Christian. But that's like a freaking, what do you call it? You know what I mean? When they're doing the devil shit. Not a seance. Like a coven. They're doing like a spell. And then they do it, but they do it on these big stages. And how do we know they're not casting spells over everybody inside the concert? And spells and stuff like that may or may not actually work on people, which is, what do you think? I believe that people have a lot of intuition. If they might not know that they have it, but they do. And I've always had an inkling about things my whole life. And I guess I'm lucky because I know things before they're going to happen sometimes. And sometimes I get these really weird dreams too, which is really crazy. Oh, I also suffer from sleep paralysis. Have you ever had that shit? Oh my God. I don't get the sleep paralysis demon though. I get, oh, you can't breathe. I'm like, because like somebody's got their hand over my mouth, and I'm in the covers, and in my mind I'm like fighting, my body won't move, but I want the covers away from my face, but my body won't move. So I'm in my mind screaming, wake up, and I'm like mad at myself because I'm like, why the fuck can't I move? I just want to move because I can't breathe. And that's my sleep paralysis. That's what I get. And if I'm lucky enough, I can be in the moment and be like, calm down, it's just this again. you'll be fine. It'll pass. You'll be okay. But it doesn't feel okay. And that's just like, you know, like that happens every now and then. Thank God. There's some people get it happen all the time. Some other people say they feel like somebody's sitting on their chest. But the weirdest thing was I had this, and the only time it ever happened where there was a person or a thing or anything was I was in the sleep paralysis state where I felt suffocating. I'm like, oh, can't breathe. And that fucking feeling, I hate that feeling. It hurts. It makes me nutty. I would never, I never thought I was claustrophobic until I got those sleep paralysis things. But apparently, in my sleep paralysis, do you remember those cars that were 2 doors but had seats in the back, so you had to move the seat forward so that you could get out? I'm in the back. It's a hot car. It's a black car. It's the middle of summer. We're in the desert. And I'm dying in this black car. I'm like, I'm gonna die because I can't breathe. I can't do anything. I need to get cool. I have to get out. And this woman, I start pushing the seat out and climbing out of the car, and she pushes me back in. And then I went back in, and I'm like, ah! And I went back into the Scream Freaky fucking Friday Fest, or whatever you want to call it. And then I had to like calm myself down in my head and be like, wow, you'll be okay. And then finally, with me, it finally allows me to go back into my REM sleep or whatever the fuck I was doing, sleep of some sort. And then I can wake up. But if I didn't do this internal dialogue with myself, I would just be laying there screaming, because I did for years, just screamed. Every time it happened, I was just like, yeah, let me the fuck out. I just want to breathe. So sleep paralysis is a real thing. I've had it. It sucks. I can't believe it. And all the things that I was talking to you guys about, tell me what you think. Do you think that they went to the moon? I don't know. And I think that the people that have money, they might have clones. Could be. And they all have so much money that they're building bunkers. But it even says in the Bible something about go and hide in your caves and the mountains will fall on top of you. So, I mean, will they ever get out? They might bury themselves, but will they ever be able to get out? I mean, if a really big cataclysm happened to the earth, they would be buried inside the mountains. They'd have their little bunkers, but you can only live so long in there without having to get out and get resources of some sort, unless they're like, hey, we're good for 10 years, and then, yeah, maybe. But you'd have to be able to get out. And I think that if some big thing happened, like what if the San Andreas Fault opened up and swallowed half the earth or something, you might be in your bunker, but you're now in Middle Earth. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how it all works, but it's very interesting, very entertaining. My grandson loves to talk to me about the planets. And after wondering if there's like a firmament, I'm like, is there planets? Is there outer space? Is there galaxies? Like, I think there is, but it's just like, that's what I mean. The whole flat earth globe thing. It's like, oh, it's a real conundrum. Makes you wonder. And I don't know. So I'm a conspiracy theorist, I guess you could say, because I don't like that they haven't told us all the fucking truth about every single thing that they've ever lied to us about our whole lives. Like UFOs. They sucked. They lied. What else did they lie about? Who are they to lie to the people? They're supposed to work for us, not the other way around. It's like Trudeau. I'm on here having my opinion, but guess what? In Canada, he could turn around and peruse everything I've ever said, ever, online. Even if I was 15 and I was an asshole and I said something stupid and I was online, they could go right back to that and be like, okay, we're going to put you in jail because you said something subversive about the government. Are we in Russia now? Are we in Nazi Germany? Like, are you motherfucking kidding me? Show us your papers. Like, oh my God. Like, this is ridiculous. A guy online wanted to go into his bank and take out his money, and the bank said, why? We don't have that kind of cash here, sir. What do you need it for? Are you kidding me? I'll keep it in my mattress. Go fuck yourself. I mean, who the fuck is the bank? I'll take it all, and I'm going to close my account. That would be what I would have said, because I'm, like, very reactionary when it comes to stuff like that. It's like, really? Oh, so you think that you can tell me about my money? We're going to Karen out now. I mean, if you're going to Karen, you have to do it for the right reasons, but, like, that's crazy. Like, who do they think they are? And the banks, I mean, I had somebody, they stole my identity, they took money right out of my fucking account, and then they waited, and then they took more out. It's just, despicable. I don't understand how they can even do it. I don't know. Like, I really seriously wonder how they do it, but I know there's people that can hack your computers, and if you do banking online, blah, 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 like, stuff like that can happen. But I've changed my bank card. Everything's new. Nobody can do shit. And if something happens like that again, I'm just going to lose my shit. I'll have to close the account because it just pisses me right off. Remember back then when people were getting offers like, hey, do you want a tablet? You can open a bank account with us. We'll give you a tablet. Where's those banks now? Maybe I want one. Maybe I want a good deal before I sign on with a bank who's going to take interest off me or whatever. You know, it's just... Anyways, that was just the things on the top of my head. So that's what they call secondhand news. I hope you have a lovely day. I seriously love you all. Thank you for subscribing. And please subscribe if you're new and hit that like button. And please come back. I'm going to do some DIYs. I'm going to do some... I've got one that I did. It looks like coral, and I wanted to show you. I did like a frame. Sorry, there's fluff in the air. It's probably her fluff. I did a frame, and I kind of did it with like the drywall compound. It's like comes in a tub, and it's like you scoop it out. It's like soft, but it hardens. I mix it with a little bit of paint, and then I blot it all over whatever I'm trying to make look like the sponge or the coral. And then you wait till it dries, and then you put on a little bit more, and you just kind of layer it up. And I have these things, and they were at the Dollar Tree, and they look like maple leaves. But they've got like a bottom that kind of goes in like that. And that's reminiscent to me of those big kind of ferny looking things that you see in the ocean that are like coral. So I made my own version of coral, and I made my own version of a coral frame. And like I said, it's just plaster and paint, just globbed on and wait till it hardens. And then if you don't like the way it looks, chip a little bit of it off, make it shapes, and then put some more blop, blop, blop on the top. Blop, blop, blop on the top. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. But yeah, I just think it's cool. I love the ocean, and I wish to God they would clean the fucking ocean. How can they not? How can they not have a humongous boat out there with a humongous amount of people that are just bailing in water and cleaning it and putting it back? And then they're giving us carbon tax in Canada. Canada, we're Canadian. We didn't do it. China, have you seen that movie where they're talking about all the business and all the industry that they have? There's land upon land upon land that's all warehouses. It's warehouses for as long and far as you can see, and they're all just building Dollar Tree shit. And they're shipping it out, and they're making all this money, but they're keeping their people in crowded conditions. They make them work really, really hard, you know, like in bad situations. And I just feel like it's wrong. And they even have like child labor in some of these places. So I don't know. There's just so many things that I feel like that they should change about the world. And I know people are like, change the government, blah, blah, blah. Well, we do need the government, but we don't. We don't need it the way it is. We only were supposed to pay taxes at the beginning, and that wasn't supposed to be a thing. And now it's like, you better pay it, you better pay it. It's like they've really got a racket going. I'd love to know how they ever started government and how it turned into this. Because this is supremacy over the whole fucking world. That's what they want. They want global supremacy. I mean, good luck, assholes. Because we're not going to take it. We're not going to take it lying down. That's for sure. Anyways, I better go. I'll see you. I really appreciate you. And please give me a thumbs up or likes or something, or comment. Please comment. I love your comments. And I'm also on TikTok. You can DM me if you like. And I'm on Instagram. I'm Lil, L-A-L, apostrophe, Mama Rocks, M-A-M-A-R-O-C-K. It's because I do music. Well, I have done music. I haven't done it in years, but I write lyrics and I sing. I know you've never really heard me. I sing horribly when I'm a cappella and I'm crying. You've heard me sing "Oh Canada" that way. That video I watched, I was like, oh God, I'm so cringe. When you go back to your old stuff, it's really funny. If you look back through, you're like, oh my God, I put that out there. I made a video like that. All right, I think we're done. I love you. Bye.